How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new what if, which is going to cover what may have happened if King Vegeta never exiled Broly. In this story, King Vegeta is extremely upset that Broly is a higher power than his son, and he thinks to exile him to a far-off planet to die alone. But he stops himself. Maybe, if Broly is kept around, he could train with his son, and in turn, his son could become way stronger. So once Vegeta and Broly are able to come out of their pods, King Vegeta takes Broly and forces him to spar with Vegeta on the daily. Paragus isn't a huge fan of Broly essentially being a punching bag for the prince, but King Vegeta says the next best thing would be his death, so he shouldn't be complaining. Over the years, Broly and Vegeta train together and become extremely powerful. Every time Broly was knocked around, he got angry and let all of his powers on the prince, crippling him immensely. And since Broly is exhausted after his surges of anger, he collapses as well, and the two are brought to the healing tanks to recover. This process would repeat itself for years, and the two Saiyan boys would have power levels nearing to 18,000, and only at the age of 8 no less. Vegeta and Broly aren't really friends either. Vegeta just sees him as a plaything, something he can use to get stronger. And this is the life that Broly has always known, so he doesn't mind it too much. One day, the Saiyans are told they're going to go on a mission to another world, and kill off the inhabitants. Vegeta and Broly go along with Nappa, Raditz, and 2 other Saiyans. During their conquest, Broly goes on a rampage and kills most of the inhabitants very quickly. The Saiyans are scared since Broly can't control himself, but Vegeta has seen this many times before, and they just have to wait it out until he gets tired. And soon enough, Broly loses his energy and collapses. Frieza sends a message for the Saiyans to return back to the planet, but they ignore it as usual. And they soon get another message that the planet has been destroyed. They don't really care too much, however. Soon, all of them are taken in by Frieza and assigned many missions on different worlds. During these missions, Broly gets more and more violent and powerful, killing most of the races in a single day. The other Saiyans get increasingly worried that Broly's rage boost lasts longer every time, but luckily Vegeta has kept up his training with Broly, and the two fight after every battle. And Broly is able to calm down after fighting with Vegeta. More and more planets are taken over on the daily due to Broly's never-ending power increases. At around the beginning of Z, Broly is somewhere in the 100,000s, with Vegeta not so far behind. The other two Saiyans are also able to survive, since Broly is always around to protect them. Broly's power soon makes Vegeta wonder if they could be able to take down Frieza. Since his power increases so much as he fights, if he fought with Frieza, then maybe his power would jump up and they could overthrow him. Raditz suggests that maybe they could go to Earth and find his brother, as they could use another Saiyan for this rebellion. Plus, he might have learned some new moves on Earth that could be useful against Frieza. Vegeta allows this and sends Raditz off to Earth, as Vegeta and Broly continue training to overthrow Frieza. Eventually, the Saiyans get a message that Raditz has been killed on Earth, and that there are apparently wish-granting Dragon Balls out there that they can use to get immortality. An immortal Broly whose power always increases and can't die? That sounds almost too good to be true. So, the Saiyans all decide to head off to Earth and find the Dragon Balls. A year later, they arrive to meet up with the others who killed Raditz. Instead of Cybermen, the two Saiyans attack the Z Fighters, and they prove to be a good challenge. Except Tien and Piccolo have much better skills and moves than the two Saiyans, and they are quickly killed. Broly explodes in rage after seeing 2 of his friends die, and he goes off on a spree. He immediately rushes himself at Tien, and punches him so hard in the head his neck breaks. Chaozu rushes in for revenge, but one slap from Broly explodes Chaozu. Broly then quickly launches a beam from his mouth, disintegrating Piccolo completely, and in turn, killing Kami. Gohan is insanely traumatized, and Krillin takes him and books it from there, except he's far too slow, and Broly catches up to them in no time, and kills them both, quickly. Vegeta tells Broly a job well done, and now they just need to go find Kakarot. Except, Broly continues his rampage, and Vegeta says he'll stay to finish this, while Nappa can go off and find Kakarot. Broly and Vegeta battle it out for hours, and Vegeta is growing concerned that Broly isn't losing any energy like he normally does. His rage of seeing his comrades die has taken a toll on him, and now he's in a helpless fit of rage. Soon, Goku arrives on the battlefield, after sensing the tremendous power, and asks where all of his friends are. Broly doesn't even respond, and launches himself towards Goku. And Goku tries his best to fight back, even going so far as to reach Kaioken times 4, but his power is nothing compared to Broly's, and Goku is killed, again. Vegeta is disappointed that Kakarot was so weak, and now the only thing useful on this planet is the Dragon Balls. So Vegeta turns himself into a great ape, and before Broly can transform as well, Vegeta knocks him out cold, and reverts to his base. Vegeta and Nappa track down Roshi and the others, and ask where the Dragon Balls are. Bulma steps up, and says that if they really did kill Piccolo, then the Dragon Balls are no more, and they messed up their main mission. Vegeta is understandably angry that the balls don't exist anymore, but if that Piccolo is a Namekian, then maybe they can go to Namek and find their Dragon Balls. So Vegeta and Nappa take Broly's unconscious body, blow up Earth, and depart for Namek. Unfortunately, Frieza overheard about the Dragon Balls and has also showed up on Namek, which is irritating for Vegeta. But now they can end Frieza's rule right here and right now, and wish for immortality to kill him. The three Saiyans go off and do their search for the Dragon Balls, slaughtering many Namekians, and easily killing Zarbon and Dodoria once they come after them. Eventually, the Saiyans make their way to Guru's house, and Nail is ready to defend it, but realizes he is only a match for one of them. So he quickly fires a beam at Nappa, killing him instantly, and flies off so the Saiyans can go chase him down. Broly explodes in rage once again, and Vegeta could have sworn he saw Broly's hair flash gold for a split second. Broly flies after Nail, while Vegeta enters the Grand Elder's home and steals the Dragon Ball. Unfortunately, Vegeta is stupid and kills the Grand Elder after getting the Dragon Ball, and the ball immediately turns to stone. Vegeta is shocked and angry on what just happened, and of course doesn't blame himself, but Frieza. Frieza also notices that his Dragon Balls have turned into stone, and finally decides to go out for himself and kill the Saiyans once and for all. Broly returns after killing Nail, and Vegeta tells him to get ready, as Frieza is fast approaching. Frieza screams at the two, asking what happened with the Dragon Balls, and Vegeta yells back that he must have done something to them. All this screaming isn't going anywhere, and Broly just rushes in at Frieza. Broly is of course weaker than Frieza, but his power continuously increases over the course of their fight, and Frieza transforms into his second form and begins to lay the beatdown on Broly, until he gets used to this power too and stomps back on Frieza. This continues until Frieza unleashes his final form, and finally begins to get the upper hand. It seems Broly has hit his limit, and Vegeta remembers what happened to him once Nappa died. His hair turned gold for a moment. Maybe, to finally end this once and for all, he has to make the ultimate sacrifice. Vegeta rushes at Frieza, unleashing a Gallic gun at point-blank range. This doesn't injure Frieza, of course, but really pisses him off, and he executes Vegeta right there and then. Seeing his best friend from childhood die right before his eyes so brutally, and combined with all the agony of his other friends being killed, Broly snaps. His hair rises up and turns gold. Broly turns into what Frieza feared the most, the legendary Super Saiyan. Broly rushes Frieza and beats him down to a bloody pulp, before unleashing all of his power out at once and blowing up the planet, erasing Namek and Frieza. Broly summons a ki shield around him so he can breathe, and he goes off on a rampage throughout the universe. His mind is completely lost, and all he feels is anguish and agony. Broly has caused a lot of destruction, and Shin and Kabito notice this, and realize there will no longer be a universe at this point, so they decide to go off and find the only one who might be able to save them all, Beerus. And that's where we're going to leave it for right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys for the next one. So, till we meet again guys, see you later!